Hey, it's Natalie from the Toile Style, and today I am so excited to share with you a Dior unboxing. Now, I am super excited to add this piece to my collection, and it was a very special gift from my partner, and we actually picked this one out together. It's been kind of on my radar for a while, and it's a piece that I think is really classic and very timeless as well. So we did pick up this item from the Dior store on Bloor Street in Toronto, and I know with lockdown it's a little bit of an unknown right now, but the store was very clean. There wasn't even a lineup to get in. With Chanel, there was like a 20-minute wait. Louis Vuitton, same thing, you had to sign up on an iPad, and I kind of didn't like the pressure behind that. I'm kind of the person who does like to browse, and my partner as well. You feel a little bit too much pressure if you're like assigned a person to take you around, and I know why they do that, just to kind of control the flow throughout the store. But the Dior experience just felt a little bit more normal. You sanitize as you come in, and there may be only one other customer on the floor at the time, so it wasn't too bad. It wasn't busy at all, and we did get individual attention. So we were helped out by an SA, and we kind of knew what we were looking for, so we went straight to that department. But I have to say the Toronto boutique is so beautiful inside, just very fresh, very spring, and they really do have some beautiful items in store. We went right towards the back to pick up this item, and after we picked it out, we had a chance just to walk around the store, and it was just really beautiful, and it was kind of like a nice experience. We don't really do things like that aside from going grocery shopping or maybe the odd trip to Home Depot or picking out tile for our new place, but it was kind of nice to do something together, and it kind of felt special, and it was just like overall a really stress-free, nice experience. So highly recommend if you're looking for a gift, even something really small. You can just go inside the Dior store in Toronto, and I think it was just an overall really kind of friendly and welcoming experience. So I'm gonna get right to it. Obviously the bag is super beautiful, and I know that Dior does have seasonal bags as well, but I really like that this one is very classic. It's just, I'm kind of interfering with my hydrangeas here. This one's just really classic, white and gold, and it does have this really pretty little gold star. And I think this is really sweet because I could probably use this like as a Christmas ornament or even like to decorate something. Like, I think this is really sweet and kind of like a nice touch instead of, you know, just having a ribbon. And I have to say the ribbon itself is really cute. I might have to put this on mousse later. Getting right to it. Now, I did film a separate unboxing, so I'm gonna insert that into this video now. Here there's also like a little, I'm probably messing with my mic, but there's a little gold bee, which I think is super cute. I love bees. They're definitely one of my favorite motifs. Like, I have the Gucci bee loafers as well, and it's just something that I really like. Now, one thing about the wrap job with this present is that they sprayed it with a perfume, and I asked on a Facebook group, and apparently it is called the scent Lucky, and it has like a smell of Lily of the Valley, so I'm 99% sure it's that one, but I will be contacting the SA, and I'll include in the description box below if I do track down which fragrance it was. But they sprayed the tissue. Honestly, my whole office smells like heaven. It's just so fresh, so light, so floral. I might have to consider buying the perfume as well, because it's just a very like nice, light, fresh scent, and also very office appropriate too. Oh, just the nicest smelling tissue paper. I know this sounds weird, but I really like those kind of special touches. Inside, I did struggle a little bit with the box, but we have the little inside here. They did not spray the tissue inside, which I appreciate because the item that is in here, I would not want to have too much scent of the perfume permeating it. I have the cute little classic sticker here. And as you can probably guess, because I do have a lot of these, but it is a beautiful Toile de Jouy scarf, which is so pretty. So Dior is famous for their toile, and it's one of their classic house motifs since the 1940s, when the house really started. So it's just a very iconic piece to Dior, as well as their oblique print. I think those two, you can't go wrong. They're always going to be around in some iteration, some different color, but I went with a really classic navy and white print. As you can see, it's so beautiful. It's just something captivated me about this piece because not only is it a really classic motif for Dior, it's also just a very nice neutral. And in my wardrobe, I do wear lots of white, lots of camel, lots of navy, especially to work. So I thought that this piece would really kind of complement everything and be more of a neutral option as opposed to my other more bold Hermes scarves in my collection. The scarf itself, I believe this is actually 100 by 100 centimeters. So I want to be sure about that, but it does seem a little bit bigger than an Hermes scarf. And it also has a different feel to it. It has like more of a ribbed texture. And if I look at it closely, I can see like a diagonal ribbing. It feels a little bit less stiff than an Hermes scarf when you get it new. It's a little bit thinner, which I do like because I find it kind of drapes really nicely. And I think if you are hesitant to get into an Hermes scarf, I would definitely look at the wash line because those are very soft. They feel like they're vintage already and they're super easy to wear with like more casual pieces. But this one I think is kind of like an in-between the classic Hermes Carré and the Hermes wash. It has a really nice drape to it and it still feels a little bit stiff, which I do like when you are, pairing a scarf with a suit. One thing that my partner really liked about it was that when you have the edges here, it's this beautiful stripe pattern, and when it drapes, it just looks so beautifully. As you can see, the stripes kind of show on the corners and on the front, and it just has like a really put together look, just very chic. And I like that over some of the other Toile de Jouy prints. So I'm just wearing this scarf now with like a classic white blouse from Aritzia, and I find it just looks really put together, really elegant, and I really do like the simplicity of the navy and white. Now this scarf does come in other colors. It also comes in a beautiful kind of like a blush peachy pink. It also comes in a gray, which I think is really elegant and very understated. And I saw online that it also comes in a black and a green as well. So there's definitely a colorway for anything your heart desires. Now, obviously, I'm definitely a blue girl. As you can see, my blue hydrangeas beside me, and a lot of my china is blue and white as well. It just seems very classic to me and very French. I'm pretty obsessed with watching all of the castle YouTubers on here, and they all seem to have a Toile de Jouy room, and it just looks so beautiful, so French, and very classic. So I'm super happy to have this piece in my collection, and I'm excited to find new ways to wear it. So other features about this scarf here is it has the Christian Dior logo just at the bottom down here. It's just very simple. It's not like super big and emblazoned all over. And I was looking at Chanel scarves online because I don't have a Chanel scarf yet, and I just found them very like 80s, very tacky, very like overly logo. And there's something about this that I really like because it has that understated kind of house DNA where you have an all over print that does say this is a Christian Dior piece, but it's not like, in your face logo, logo, logo. So that's something that I really appreciated about this. And I guess another piece about it is that it has this really beautiful kind of artistic rendering, I guess. It's not your typical Toile de Jouy where it's very like clean. It looks a little bit more like a lithograph or like kind of like a sketch. I don't know if you can see it, but it has these kind of like more rough pen marks, which I think is really unique and very artistic as well. Also has some beautiful animals. We have like a spider monkey up here in the corner. Then we also have my favorite, a beautiful tiger. And then we have a lion attacking a snake. It's just a very expressive piece and a really beautiful scene. And I do love animals. I have a lot of Hermes scarves that feature animals like panthers and birds and feathers and stuff, but something about this one, just, I love big cats and I'm a cat person as well, so I think it's a really nice fit. So this scarf is made in Italy. It's 100% silk, and obviously you want to dry clean this only, or spot clean if you need to. You want to be very careful because this is hand rolled edges. So basically what that means is that they take the ends of the scarf and then they hand stitch it, and Hermes does this as well, and Ferragamo too. And it just gives a really nice finish to the scarf. It doesn't feel mass produced. It feels very special and kind of in keeping with that level of luxury. Typically, I am a little bit different in how I wear my scarves. I kind of like to leave things a little bit more drapey, especially like if I wear a white blouse underneath the suit. I kind of just like to fold it into a triangle. It's a little bit difficult to see, but let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a video how I style my scarves. And then I'll probably fold it in like this, and then one more, and then just kind of leave it a little bit more drapey. I find that looks nice, and sometimes I even leave my scarf open like this, and it's just really casual. I'm trying to keep the mic open, but it just feels really casual, easygoing, and not too stuffy. And then, if I'm going somewhere and I don't want to lose anything, obviously I'm going to do like a little knot, just very simple. Just nothing, too intense, nothing crazy. And I know there are so many creative people that really do fun things with scarves, and I need to up my game, but overall I just kind of like to make it just easy and not fuzzy. Sometimes I even just do a single knot like this. I find it super simple. And then what really captivated me about this scarf and the way you can wear it is, so I'm gonna just do the triangle like this, and I'm gonna leave the logo showing out like that, but you can tuck it in if you wanna be a little bit more discreet. So you can do just one loop like this and then tie it up in the back, and it will kind of have like a loose kind of feel. And this is really good, and it keeps you actually really warm. Like, surprisingly, silk scarves can be very warm. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna take the ends, I'm gonna loop them around. I'm just gonna tie them into a bandana. You can hide the ends underneath, which I find is just like a more simple look. And there you have it. Now, what you can also do is, instead of putting the ends underneath, you can leave them out like this, which is a little bit more, I'd say, bohemian, just more relaxed. Or this is probably my favorite way to wear this scarf in particular. Not like so. And there you have it. Now, this is probably my favorite way to wear this scarf in particular. I think it looks super chic, especially with a white blouse. Now, you can even dress this up and down. Like, you could wear this with a beautiful navy blazer. You could also wear it with a jean jacket or a leather jacket. The only thing you want to be a little bit cognizant of is, because it does have a lot of white in the print, you don't want to have anything that might color transfer. So definitely make sure your items are washed and, don't transfer onto your clothing. But I really like the way this looks. Now, because this top from Aritzia is a little bit more low cut, I think this is also a great way, if you're in an office or you're in a meeting, you don't feel as comfortable having like a lower cut blouse all day. This kind of offers you some flexibility. Now, as far as scarf care, I do take off my silk scarves when I eat or drink any coffee or tea, because especially coffee or tea will really stain your items. Anything with oil as well. So when I'm working, I usually just take my scarf off, put it on my chair, or hang it up somewhere, put it with my purse, just so there aren't any risks that happen. One thing that I saw in the store, and I thought this was so pretty, and I would do this if I wasn't wearing any makeup, but a lot of the mannequins had this as a head wrap around their hair, and it just looks so beautiful. And I think blue is such a complementary color for so many skin tones and hair colors. I think it just really brings out a lot of beauty. Blue is like the sky, it's like water. It's just a really flattering color to have. So I think you can't go wrong with this kind of classic colorway. I would love to wear this as a hairpiece kind of in my hair. I think it would be really beautiful. Now, I'd also love to pair this with my Dior saddlebag as well. I think they're both just really classic Dior pieces, and together I think they're a really beautiful pairing. I think like tied around the strap would look super elegant. They also make this in a twilly version, which I think is really smart if you're looking for a complementary piece to your handbag. I think if you had a Lady Dior bag, wrapping the handles with one of these Toile de Jouy scarves would just look really beautiful and really elegant. Now, one thing that was interesting in the store, and I noticed when I took this home, is that they didn't have like price tags or anything like sticky onto it, maybe because this was a display version, but I didn't mind taking the display version because I personally tried it on, so I was okay with that, especially with like COVID protocols. And I did appreciate that I was able to try items on in the store. I know certain places are very strict, and it was nice just to be able to feel the material, try it on, see if like it was the right colorway for me. I also tried on this scarf in kind of like a negative, I'll say. It was like a dark indigo with like a lighter gray reverse, and it was really beautiful, and it had frayed edges. But there's just something about this, and I really love the stripes on the border that just make it look really polished and put together and just very classic. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this Dior unboxing of my beautiful Dior silk square scarf. You can check out more on my website, nataliastyleblog.com. You can follow me on Instagram at NatalieAss, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.